Pandiño, and our group will discussing virtualization. So, what the first thing pops on your mind when you hear virtualization? So here, the word virtual, it means an imaginary or a word that doesn't exist. So the virtualization, there are 6 uses, definition uses. First is the OS level virtualization. The second is more than one. The third is alteration. And the fourth is independent. And the fifth is replicate. And lastly, individual. So here, the OS level virtualization. So this type of OS level virtualization is a type of a virtual technology that works only in computer operating system. So the virtualization, the second is more than one. So the more than one, the kernel of an operating system allows to more than one to isolate the user space to instance to exist. Virtualization. Alteration. It's a alternating of a computer system that can run different applications and different working users in a single computer type. The virtualization, so the independent can work independently and not interfering with one another in a computer single type. So in the virtualization, the individual. So individually, it's a user request that can handle individual in the operating system. So here virtualization, the last is replicate. So replicate, an operating system is functionality to replicate on each one another on isolated containers. So here, I already explained what is virtualization and the definition. Now, I will explain to you what is the uses of virtualization in computing. So, the uses of virtualization, it used to secure an allocation to an infinite resources. So, the virtualization, the uses is it can improvise security by separating the application to the several containers. So the virtualization it used to for virtual hosting environments.
So before we proceed, there are also known types of virtualization. One is the hardware virtualization or the server virtualization. It is also known as the virtual machine. Why? Because hardware virtualization is nothing but creating a new system on an existing primary system via virtualization and acts as a computer within an operating system. So I have here a diagram of a hardware virtualization. For example, we have a shared hardware. In the shared hardware, we can install virtual machine monitor or the VMM, or also called as the hypervisor. In this hypervisor, we can also install VirtualBox, VMware Workstation, and Hyper-V. And with this hardware, we can install different virtual machine like Virtual Machine 1, Virtual Machine 2, Virtual Machine 3. And with these virtual machines, we can install different applications that we can install in a computer and use in the operating system. So the next type of virtualization is the desktop virtualization. It is also known as the work from anywhere. It provides work convenience and security. It also enables us to remotely access any data through any devices. It provides flexibility and feasibility to its user, and the data is safe and secure because it is stored in a centralized location. So, in this diagram, the example of virtualization is the virtual desktop cloud, or also known as the cloud computing. In the virtual desktop cloud, we can access data using any devices. For example, we store data or information using our laptops, and we can see the data and information that we store using other devices like the tablets and smartphones and PCs. And through the virtual desktop clouds, even we are not using a single gadgets or device, we can still see or locate our data using any devices. So the last two types of virtualization is the network virtualization and the storage virtualization. In the storage virtualization, we can relate storage virtualization in a worker bees working in a beehive. The servers are the worker bees in an array which are managed in a centralized location. So the main concept of the storage virtualization is, for example, we have a server, and in that server, the server is actually full of capacity, so we have no choice but to bought another servers for us to install more data and have more capacity. But through the storage virtualization provides us a virtual storage where we can install more data, informations, and files because it allows us memory capacity. While in the network virtualization, it is nothing but virtually pooling and managing network resources such as IPs, internet, LANs, VPNs. One example of network virtualization is the VPN, or the virtual private network. In the VPN, it allows us to connect virtually to the network without using any actual wires or physical hardware. So there are two categories in the network virtualization: the internal and the external. So in the internal, the network connects into the system unit, while the external combines a array that are connected into the virtual unit.
Virtualization in operating systems. How does it work and how does it look like? So before we go into details, let me first review to you what virtualization in operating systems is. So technically, it is having two or more operating systems running on a single computer or on a single platform. The main idea behind virtualization is that you can run two or more operating systems at the same time simultaneously without interfering with one another. So how does it work? So here we have the diagram that shows you an overview of how virtualization works. So first we have the hardware, the standard host OS, the OS virtualization layer, and we have the containers labeled container 1 and container 2. So the first stage is that you need to have the hardware. The hardware is the base platform or the base device that the computer would be using for virtualization. In short, it is the computer that the user will be using. Next is the standard host OS. The standard host OS, or the standard host operating system, is the base platform operating systems for the virtualization to happen. Next you have the OS virtualization layer, or the operating system virtualization layer. This is where virtualization happens. The idea is that it creates two separate containers for this diagram we have container 1 and container 2, which are both running under a single operating systems under a single hardware or a single computer. So next, the idea between these two containers, container 1 and container 2, is that they both have the capability of accessing, utilizing, and using the different processes just like a normal computer can. It is like running a different computer on a single operating system, but the main difference is that it is just a virtual one.
Advantages of virtualization. First is it is cheaper. Because virtualization doesn't require actual hardware components, IT infrastructures find it a cheaper way to implement the system. Second is costs are predictable. Because third-party providers provide virtualization options, corporations can have predictable costs for their IT needs.
For the third one is it reduces workload. Some third-party providers provide virtualization updates for their software and hardware needs. Instead of sending people to do these updates locally, third-party providers install these updates by themselves. Fourth is it offers a better uptime. Because of virtualization, uptime has improved dramatically. Some providers offer an uptime for about 99.9%.
Lastly, it allows faster deployment of resources. Resource provisioning is fast through virtualization. As long as there is one point of access, the source can spread across the organization.
For the disadvantages of virtualization, first is it has limitations. Because for virtualization, not every application or server is going to work, so it has limitations on what it can do. Second is it creates a security risk. Information is a crucial resource in a business. It is almost targeted frequently by outside. Third is it creates an availability issue. If an organization cannot connect to the virtualization system for a long period of time, it will struggle to compete in their industry. Fourth is it creates a scalability issue. If one large presence in an organization is present, it can take resources away from other smaller businesses. Virtualization takes time. Virtualization takes time over the long run compared to the local system. It takes time to acquire the desired results that the virtualization system needs.